Are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin a road trip, a 4-game series starting in Cleveland. We're going to be taking on the Guardians at Progressive Field. 4 games against the top 2 teams in the American League. The battle for the best record in the league is on the line with this series, and we've got a brand new pitcher on the mound to start it. A lot of exciting things going on in a huge series. I hope you guys are ready out there. The playoff push is officially on. It is August. It is time to get down to business. Welcome back, everybody, in Charm City chat, and let me extend a big hello to those that might be new to my channel. Thank you for finding it. I'm glad that you did. I started this channel up just in time for the 2024 season. I've been doing play-by-play and commentary for every Orioles baseball game all season long, every single one. We come in today with a record of 65-44, so that's 109 games. I'm on the mic for game 110. The idea is I wanted to build a community for fellow Oriole fans scattered all over the world. I live way far away from Baltimore, but it doesn't stop me. I love the Orioles more than anything. And it's a pleasure for me to bring coverage to you guys and provide a community for everybody to hang out and watch the ball game together. Perhaps you don't have a way to watch it on TV or hear it on the radio. You got a way to follow it right here with us, me and the Charm City chat, the best live stream chat out there. Folks, if you are brand new, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does is help grow the channel, and after a 1-minute wait, you can hop right in on the chat and sound off. Let me hear from you. I'd love to. All right, let's talk about it. We are playing the Guardians, and we've got a lot of stuff going on besides the game. We've got some transactions to go over. I think that would be the smart thing to look at that first. Whoops. Actually, first, let's revisit a little moment from yesterday's ball game, why don't we? The 0-2.
Swung on and hit in the air to right field and deep. If this is fair, this is going to go. Bye, birdie! Jackson Holliday has just hit his first Major League home run, and it's a grand salami! Go crazy, Baltimore! The Orioles have made it 8-3. Your boy's going crazy!
Ah, the memories.
Welcome to the show, Jackson Holliday. Splash it up, baby. Holy cow.
I sound a little bit happy.
A grand slam onto the flag court. My God, 4.
All right. I like going down memory lane. All right, let's take a look at these roster moves. So, Eloy Jimenez has been activated. He is with the team right now. He will wear number 72. Trevor Rogers has been activated. The pitcher from the Marlins that we acquired. He is going to be starting tonight's game, wearing number 28. Man, I need new glasses. Austin Slater and Livan Soto. A couple of players that we got from the Reds very late at the transfer deadline. Didn't even talk about them last night. Well, not only are they pieces, they are active players. Livan Soto has been called up from AAA Norfolk, and that pretty much takes the place of Jordan Westberg, who unfortunately hits the injured list with a fracture of his right hand. Austin Slater, there's your right-handed outfielder. He will wear number 15, Soto number 73. To make a move for these new guys, not only has Westberg hit the DL, Heston Kjerstad has been optioned back to AAA along with Keegan Aiken. Tough break for both of these guys. Aiken really hasn't done anything to deserve the demotion, And Kjerstad, it just seems like he never has a chance to get enough games in a row to get on a tear. He shows us those glimpses, and, well, he's going to head back to AAA for now. But I understand the move. Now that I look at how this roster is lined up, you got Eloy in there as a right-handed DH bat and Slater in there as a right-handed outfielder. It really does balance out the lineup because Kjerstad being more of a DH than a fielder and being left-handed, those are two things that are now sort of a surplus to our requirements. We're more in need of a guy that can play the field a little better, which is Slater, and a guy that can perhaps give you more help with left-handed pitching, a right-handed bat, and that would be Jimenez. So even though it's tough to see Kjerstad go down, I do understand the move. I understand now what this team looks like. There is some balance there, but folks, you can't tell me that Austin Slater is going to replace Austin Hayes. We got one Austin, and we've replaced him with another. It's a bit of a downgrade, but we got Sir Anthony Dominguez in that Hayes deal. Speaking of that deal, Christian Pache was an Oriole for a brief moment. Blink and you might have missed it. He has been designated for assignment. Thank you for your service, Mr. Pache. All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Throw them right up here for you on your screen. In fact, let me bring this thing over here. Get it out of the way. I'm going to bring something else up, which is the subscreen page. Have that up and ready. How you doing there, Charm City chat? Are you guys ready for this series? I'm telling you right now, we take 3 out of 4. Not only will we have the best record in the American League, we're only a half a game behind the Phillies right now, who have the best record in the National League. So if we take 3 out of 4, I got a hunch by Monday morning you're going to wake up and see us in first place and with the best record in baseball. How would that grab you? Sounds like fun to me. All right. Everything is where it needs to be. Okay, so for the Orioles tonight, leading off and playing left field, Colton Cowser. Adley Rutschman will be catching and batting second. Gunnar Henderson will be at shortstop. We'll be watching him in the field. We know what he can do at the plate. Let's hope he can have that mental lapse. Whatever's going on, hopefully it's going away quickly. We really need him to be sharp out there in the field for this series. Anthony Santander will be your cleanup hitter in right field. Ryan O'Hearn will be the DH and bat fifth. Ryan Mountcastle at first base hitting sixth. Ced Mullins will be in center field hitting seventh. Ramon Arias will play third base and bat eighth. And finally, Jackson Holliday. You might have heard about what he did yesterday. He will bat ninth and play second. For the Cleveland Guardians, Stephen Kwan will lead off and play left. Newly acquired Lane Thomas will be in center field batting second. Jose Ramirez at third base batting third. Josh Naylor at first base in the cleanup spot. David Fry is your DH hitting fifth. John Kinsey Noel. If you remember this guy, he made his major league debut against us back in Baltimore a month ago or so. He's in the lineup batting sixth and playing right field. Tyler Freeman will be at second base batting seventh. Bo Naylor, brother to Josh, will be the catcher batting eighth. And Brian Rocchio will be the shortstop batting ninth. I've heard it pronounced Rocchio. I've heard it pronounced Rocchio. Somebody, does it rhyme with Tokyo or not? It's one of the two. I've heard it both ways. But there you go, folks. We are just a minute or two away from getting started here. Hopefully my game won't be too far behind. But, folks, if you are watching along on your television, there is a way to work around it if you're ahead of me. If you have the ability to pause your game, if you're watching it via satellite of some sort, you should be able to pause it. So if that's the case, if you're ahead of me, just wait for that first out of the ball game. Have that remote ready in your hand. And just hit pause as soon as that first out is made, whether it's somebody throwing out at first base, somebody catches a fly ball, somebody strikes out, whatever the case may be. Just pause your game and then allow me to catch up, make the same call of that play, unpause your game, and you're all synced up for the rest of the night. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so it's Ben Lively on the mound for the Guardians. He is a bit of a journeyman, but he has found the home here in Cleveland so far this season. A 9-6 record and a very respectable ERA of 3.44. This has probably been his most productive season in his major league career. So you might have seen his name around, and you might think to yourself, "Oh, this guy is just a fringe back of the rotation starter." Well, you know, that might be the case on paper, but he's definitely not a pitcher to just assume we can go out there and rough up. We're going to have to go out there and execute, and we've got a really tough team ahead of us. Folks, we are just seconds away as Colton Cowser is now in the box. Lively with his first pitch of the ball game, and it is just on the outside edge for a called strike. Folks, we are underway at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Cowser hitting .245 right now with 16 home runs, and this pitch is off the plate outside, 1-1. Cowser has been absolutely on a tear lately, and I just checked a little something on this 1-1 pitch. Let's see what we got. Off the plate outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Colton Cowser, folks, is the odds-on favorite right now to win the American League Rookie of the Year. How about that? 2-1 pitch is taken low, 3-1. 3-1. So after about a 2-month slump, Cowser still in the pole position for Rookie of the Year. This pitch is fouled away and the count has gone full. Imagine another Rookie of the Year. That's another compensation draft pick at the end of the first round. And if we can time it right and call up Kobe Mayo to where he's an eligible rookie for next year, we might win it again. Cowser on a 3-2 pitch fouls it away. And let's see, I don't want this to get spoiled, so we'll head on down here. It looks like we're going to have something nice happening here, though, on a full count pitch, as Cowser has been absolutely made for this leadoff spot. And there it is, a base hit down the right field line, past the diving glove of the first baseman. Cowser will hit second base and pull up with a stand-up double. Turn on the sprinklers and splash it up. Colton Cowser gets it started with an extra base hit. Nice jump down there by the security officer who was sitting on a stool down there. I don't know if you caught that if you're watching. 16th double of the season for Cowser. Here comes Adley Rutschman.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Here's a guy who we need to get going. Adley has been struggling. Saw a lot of people reacting to today's lineup, saying that Adley at this point should probably be hitting further down in the order. It's hard for me to make an argument against it. I'm rooting for him to get back on track. Hitting from the left side here, he looks at a called strike. 0-1 the count on Rutschman, who's currently at .263. 17 homers, 61 driven in. OPS at .755. His OPS is now lower than Cowser's, just so you know. The 0-1 pitch is just off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still a lot of sun out there on this early evening start. This pitch is fouled away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So there are some sun and shadows still in play on the field. The night lights have yet to take effect. One and two the count on Rutschman with Cowser at second base. And the pitch is reached for and served into center field. And it's going to hang up there for, who's out there? Lane Thomas to make the catch. Rutschman flies out to center, 1 down. Adley unable to just get that runner moved up. Come on, Adley. All right, folks, it's Gunner time.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
I hate to see a leadoff double still standing there with 1 out. Got to work on Especially in situations like this. You want to get that first run early, get that run in, move them over. Maybe Gunnar can get the job done. Let's go over here. First pitch to him is outside for ball one. Henderson hitting at 285. 28 homers, 65 driven in. He has been on 28 homers since the All-Star break. He is due for a bomb. Now 3 behind Santander for the team lead. He takes off the plate outside, and it's 2-0. 2-0 on Gunnar. Seventeens are wild in the sub count. The 2-0 no step off. Lively had gone into his pitching motion and then whipped around to check Cowser back to second base without throwing there. The Orioles have scored in the first inning in each of their last 4 ball games. The 2-0 pitch is lifted in the air to right center. This ball's going to get down and split the gap. Gunnar Henderson's going to have himself an RBI extra base hit. Will it be 2 or 3? It's a double, and the Orioles are on the board. Just like that, for the 5th straight game, the Orioles score in the first inning. Splash it up, baby. The Orioles' offense is cooking. Gunnar now in scoring position, and that'll bring up Tony.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
21st double of the season for Gunnar. First pitch to Santander is a called strike, and that pitch was 3 inches inside.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
Santander batting .248, 31 homers, 73 driven in. 1-0 Baltimore in the top of the first, only 1 out. The pitch inside, 1-1. Get them taters up in the chat. We've got a Raleigh cooking here. Let's pour it on thick. The 1-1 pitch is hit in the air. Not much on it to left field. Waiting on it and making the catch is Kwan. 2 down. Runner holds at second base. Santander pops out. 2 away in the inning. That'll bring up Mr. Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Defensively for the Guardians, Kwan, Thomas, Noel, left to right in the outfield. Ramirez at third, Rocchio at short, Freeman at second, Naylor, Josh that is, at first, brother Bo behind the plate. Here's O'Hearn's first pitch, and it's outside for ball one. O'Hearn batting .273 with a dozen homers, 44 driven in. His OPS just a tick above 800. Let me hear ya, Charm City chat. This pitch is on the outside black. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gunnar is at second base with 2 down. After an RBI double, 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A big cut from O'Hearn on a breaking ball low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Turn and burn, baby. Turn and burn. Here's the next pitch from Lively, and that's way inside, and O'Hearn goes down the ground to avoid the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. O'Hearn loves to hit with 2 down and runners in scoring position, and that's what he's got right here. And now a healthy 2-2 count, hitting .306 in this situation with 15 RBI on the season. The pitch is tapped foul behind the plate, and we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. O'Hearn at the plate. Dad jokes. I got all the jokes. Every relative. I've got weird uncle jokes. That's what I specialize in. Weird uncle jokes. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground. Foul. Bouncing off the camera well and over toward the ball boy down the right field line. Still 2-2 on O'Hearn. No, I don't, JJ. They do, not me. The birdwatcher community yells it. I just sounded off. The 2-2 pitch is up and away for ball 3. Full count now on Ryan O'Hearn. Come on, folks. The payoff pitch is swung on, hit on the ground to second. Freeman has it over to first and the inning is over. But the Orioles, RBI double from Gunnar Henderson. We get on the board. We leave a man on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Orioles 1 and the Guardians coming up. JJ, what is this? Just tease me the whole time? Can we just interact without just... Do I come onto your channel to just tease you every time I come in? It's always a tease. What are you doing, JJ? Yeah. Yes, I'm a part of my own community. Yes. Well done, sir. Thank you, sir. Jeez Louise. I mean, here's a guy that's talking about how much he's been streaming lately. I've been doing it too. And then he comes right in to start teasing as if he doesn't know, like he can't empathize with, you're the perfect person to know. Come on, JJ. What are we doing? Just getting started here. Can I get a sip of coffee first? Sheesh. By the way, JJ, thanks for all these Phillies you gave us. Can't wait to use them against you in the World Series. How's that? Hey, by the way, interesting fact, everybody. The Orioles now lead the American League East in Sotos. We've got 2 now. The Yankees have 1. We've got 2 Sotos. That's right. Suck on it, Yankee fans. Sorry. All right, maybe your Soto's slightly better than ours. Yeah, exactly. It's called leveling the playing field, JJ. You're the instigator, and I'm just defending my territory. You see how it works? You want me to come in and do this to you? Or can we just be cool when we come in and see each other? Every time I come to your chat, I'm like, hey, JJ, how's it going? How's the stream? Good luck. I hope you guys can beat the Yanks. Something like that. I'm not like, hey, JJ, what's going on with that shirt you're wearing today? Or something, you know, like, come on, dude. Be nice. Hang out and then maybe throw in a tease. All right, Trevor Rogers is on the mound. First pitch is a called strike to Quan. And the next pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. I got to sit here and have an intervention with JJ? Come on, buddy. We're friends. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, and going to drop in front of Mullins for a base hit. I tease you all the time. What? Personally? In like personal like conversations? Give me an example I've teased you publicly. Just one example, and then I'll stop talking about it. Give me one example. Hey, Pierre, how you doing? Quan has got himself a hit. That's what he does. Contact hitter. He's on base. Lane Thomas, just acquired by the Guardians in the trade deadline, is at the plate right now, and he takes upstairs for ball 1. Folks, play-by-play with JJ is a great sports broadcaster. I recommend you guys check out his channel, and you can even go check it out without teasing him. You can just go in there and have some fun. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lane Thomas as this pitch finds the inside corner at the knees. All right, let's take a look at what Trevor Rogers can do. A lot of people not happy with this trade. Connor Norby and Kyle Stowers given up for this arm. This pitch is lined, and that's a base hit down the left field line for extra bases. Quan is going to motor into third and stop there. And Trevor Rogers, I keep wanting to say Taylor, another pitcher. Trevor Rogers, 2 batters into his Orioles career, has given up a pair of hits, and one of them is a double. It's second and third with nobody out. Oh, I get. Is that the play now? I get it. Because you can take it and I can't, and that way you can turn it back around. All right, JJ. I got you, buddy. I got you. I get it. I see what's going on here. Jose Ramirez is at the plate. Tough out. And the first pitch to him is inside. Trevor Rogers is already in a heap of trouble. Second and third, nobody out, and one of the toughest outs to get in the league is at the plate. The 1-0 pitch is reached for, it's swung on and missed. Ramirez chased one off the plate. JJ, I love you, buddy. I do. Come on now. I'm just having a little mini intervention. This pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike. You're getting attacked on all ends by Mets fans. All right, well, don't deflect it onto me. This is Charm City Chat. I got to put a sign up. The 2-1 pitch. Up and in on Ramirez. And man, Trevor Rogers is in trouble. Trevor Rogers. Oh, plus the Phillies playing lately. Is that a part of it too? I don't know. 3-1 the count. We are in trouble right here. The pitch. Reached for, swung on and missed. Ramirez chased what would have been ball 4. That was 6 inches off the plate outside. Full count. Ramirez is hitting .367 off of lefties this season. Rogers, a tall pitcher. He's got to be 6'4" at least. This pitch is swung on and popped up towards center. It's going to get the runner from third home. Mullins backs up, camps under it, throws it back in. Let's see if they go second or third. They do. A run is in. We have a tie ball game, 1-1. Sacrifice fly by Jose Ramirez, scoring Stephen Kwan. Still only 1 out in the inning now, and the go-ahead run at third base. All right. Well, all things considered, I guess you got to take it. Still going to be tough to get out of this inning with a tie. Runner at third, 1 out, and here's Josh Naylor. I would think about not giving him much to hit, maybe setting up a double play here. This pitch is off the plate outside for ball 1. The infield is up on the lip of the grass in an attempt to nail a runner down at third base, but I'm not sure about this defensive setup with a hitter like Naylor up there. You're just increasing his chances of getting it through the infield. The 1-0 pitch, that one is lined and going to get down for a base hit. RBI single for Naylor. It's now 2-1 Guardians. Rogers has given up 3 hits to the first 4 batters he has faced. This is who we got. I promised myself I would not freak out if Trevor Rogers came out looking not so great right from the jump. I told myself, BW, if he comes out and he doesn't look sharp, it's any pitcher can have an off night. Blah, blah, blah. Don't freak out. Blah, blah. David Fry at the plate. He takes a called strike, a generous call by the ump on the outside edge. Fry hitting .286, 8 homers, 35 driven in. Runner at first, 1 down, 2-1 Guardians in the bottom of the first. This pitch is swung on, hit on the ground to third. Urias will go to second for the force. It's a close play there, but they get it. So the Orioles get the lead runner for the second out. It's a fielder's choice for Fry. He will be at first base with 2 down, and that'll bring up Jonkinsey Noel. Folks, if you remember when the Guardians were at Camden Yards about a month or so ago, and that, I guess it was a month and a half now, middle of June, we played the Guardians at home. Jonkinsey Noel made his major league debut in that game. Since then, not a bad slash line, .254 average, 6 home runs already, 12 RBI. And the first pitch to him is off the plate outside. A very, very large man, right-handed batter. You can look right at him and go, that guy can probably hit it out of the park. He did against us in his debut. And he loses the bat on this 1-0 pitch. A breaking ball low and away, and that bat flies all the way into the camera well. Nearly took somebody's head off. This is a dangerous man. Jonkinsey Noel has to register his bat as a lethal weapon after that swing. 1-1 the count. Oh, you're welcome, JJ. And it won't be the last time, JJ. Believe me, when I send people over, it's not because we're there to troll you or like, hey, we're going to watch you guys. No. I'm sending people over just because baseball, right? We've got the geographic proximity of Philadelphia and Baltimore. We're cousins, whether we like it or not. Here's a swing and a miss by Noel, and the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. And plus, we're two very competitive teams with aspirations on winning a pennant. I think Philly fans have some interest in what the Orioles are doing, and I think vice versa, especially after all these trades we've made with each other. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Trevor Rogers gets his first strikeout as an Oriole. There's something.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Philly fans are nuts, and Oriole fans are weird. We'll just have to tolerate it, folks. We're weird. They're nuts. Let's just own who we are, okay? I love being weird. I love being an oddball. I love being eccentric. I love being unpredictable. I love people looking at me at the grocery store and going, what the hell is he doing? Why is he dancing down the aisle? Because I'm a weirdo, okay? I hear music playing and I start dancing in the grocery store at 2 in the morning. That's the kind of guy I am. But I fit right in at home, I tell you what. And Red Sox fans are delusional, and Yankee fans are, what's the word? Entitled. So we've got entitled fans, delusional fans, nutty fans, oddball fans. And then with Tampa, I guess you just have no fans. Right? Does that pretty much cover it? Am I accurate on this? The Mets fans are entitled. I mean, what do they got? 2 rings to the Yankees 27? Where's their entitlement coming from? The Yankees are psychos. All right, well, if we're going to just play semantics, what do you want, JJ? Look at JJ. JJ's going off in the chat. Hey there, Stanley. How you doing? How's everybody else doing? Matt, how you doing? It's mod night in the chat. I remember watching a football game in Philly and the whole stadium started throwing snowball. Now, Matt, you weren't there. Or you were watching it. Okay, yeah, because that is an infamous. Also, batteries. Batteries are a popular projectile for Philly fans. Here's Ryan Mountcastle at the plate. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1.
Okay, mount up.
Mounting batting .273, 13 homers, 54 driven in. Next pitch is called a strike, though that one was off the plate by a little bit. This umpire zone seems to be a little wider than the plate is, but he has been consistently so far calling those pitches. This pitch is fouled off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ryan Mountcastle, leading off the top of the second. Let me take a look at this scoreboard and see how how far ahead of it is. See, I've already got a full count here on Mountie. So I'm at least 2 pitches behind. We're going to hang out down here. This pitch is off the plate, 2-2 to Mountcastle. We are in the top of the second, game 1 of 4 between the top 2 teams in the American League at Progressive Field in Cleveland. This pitch is low and outside, and the count will go full on Mountie. You got to believe, though, right, JJ? This pitch is lifted foul off to the right. I mean, look, are Mets fans the odds-on favorite to make it to the series? No. But should a Mets fan believe they can do it? Sure. Well, what's the point of following your team unless you can't believe that your team's got a shot? I mean, there have been so many years the Orioles have been around 500, maybe a shot at sneaking in, and you just hope. This is a swing and a miss by Mountcastle. He's down on strikes. Lively with the strikeout. That's his first of the day. And that'll bring up Mullins.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Cedric Mullins. It is getting it to be a semantics game in chat now. Oh, boy. He's hitting 227, and the pitch to him is inside, ball one. 227 on the season, not impressive, but lately Mullins has been doing as well as anybody at the plate and also flashing the leather in the field. This pitch is a called strike right on the inside edge. 1-1 the count. Base is empty, one down, top of the second. The Guardians lead it 2-1. Both teams scoring in the first inning. This pitch is a called strike on the outside edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey, Vonnie, I yell that same thing every time. This one is grounded to Ramirez at third, over to first in time, and Mullins is grounded out for the second out here in the top of the second. Lively's up to 36 pitches, so we can get him to 40 in this inning. 20 pitches per inning. That's good. It's always good to get that starter's pitch count up. If you can get him to 20 or more, you're doing your job. Here comes Ramon Arias.
I have a brother.
He goes after the first pitch and fouls it back. 0-1. Arias probably going to see a little more playing time with Westberg lost for most, if not the rest of the season. 0-1 pitch is off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, that's all the current outlook. If Kobe Mayo were to be called up at some point, that could change things. But this one is up and in on Arias, and the count is 2-1. In the last 10 games, Ramon Arias has been doing just fine at the plate, hitting .333. Driven in 6 runs in those 10 games. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That looked like a slider breaking low and off the plate outside. 2-2. Base is empty, 2 down. And the 2-2 is left off the plate. Arias did not chase. Full count. Arias 5 for his last 9 for an even shorter sample size of how he's been doing lately. Got a full count here, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Arias goes down swinging. The inning is over. The Orioles do not score, but they have made Blake Lively work through the first 2 innings. He's on 42 pitches, 21 per inning. He's not going to get past 5 innings on that pace. We are down a run as we go to the bottom of the second. It's the Guardians 2, the Orioles 1. All right, Charm City chat, it's time to catch up with everybody. Let me talk to everybody who I haven't said hello to yet. Ulysses, Matt, Ken, Carrie, Vonnie, Chilo, Warren. I want to read everything, but first I want to get through the names. Baxter. I'll try to read stuff on the way back down. Did I say Stanley already? Base Heck is back in. Michael, good to see you, buddy. Oh, Ms. Janet Hill is back, of course. Cantankerous, good to see you back, Cantankerous. Judy, welcome in, Judy. Amber, you're a big part of the O's community, BW. Okay, maybe I selectively decided to read one comment. I picked the right one. Thank you, Amber. Rob A is here, Nicholas, Zopfinator. A lot of familiar faces. Good to see you guys. Daniel Berry Sports. Calvin is here. Glad to see you back, Calvin. Gerald Perry. I mean, we got everybody here, folks. It's lovely. You guys are fantastic. Let's try to read some of these comments here. All we need now is Mayo at first. Well, Matt, we've got a bit of a log jam at first base. Right? We got O'Hearn, we got Mountie. And since Eloy is in as a DH option, that's going to eat into some at-bats between those two guys. I think Mayo, I don't know, with the Westy injury, make more sense to see him at third base. For now, anyway. Here's Tyler Freeman to lead it off, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled away. Trevor Rogers out here for his second inning of work. Let's hope for an improvement. Hey, Zop. I'm doing well, and I did get a lot of rest, guys. I'm feeling frisky. I'm feeling good. The 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground, backhanded at third by Urias. Across the diamond in time, one away. Nice play there by Urias.
You did not just do that. That was crazy.
That ball was hit on the ground pretty hard. Urias, with a nice backhanded play, sets his feet and throws that long throw across the diamond to retire the leadoff man here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Bo Naylor. Bo Naylor batting just .203 on the season, left-handed hitting catcher. And he swings and drills one right into the camera well. Good God, look out over there. It is not safe to be a cameraman tonight in either well. First a bat flies into one camera well, and now a ball is scorched into the other. 0-1 the count. This pitch is low and away, 1-1. A thumbs up from the cameraman who nearly got a James McCann special after that line drive. The 1-1 pitch is a chopper foul off to the right. And the Orioles coach who barehands that ball did a deke flip into the camera well that just seen that hard liner. A humorous gesture, and you could see the reaction from the people in the well there. That was funny. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing on a pitch high. Did not go. 2-2 the count. 2-1 Guardians, bottom of the second. They have the bases empty, one out, and Bo Naylor with a 2-2 count at the plate. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air, right side, hooking foul out of play. We'll do it again. Hey there, Robert. Yep, especially on the left side of the infield right now with the way things are going for Gunnar. Urias did have a bad fielding day not long ago. This is a swing and a miss. Trevor Rogers with his second Orioles strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, look, I'm ready to give Rogers a chance. Did he have a good first inning in an Orioles uniform? No. Were we excited about his acquisition? No. Does he have a chance to settle down and still be an effective pitcher in his game? Sure. Let's give him a shot. Here's Rocchio. First pitch is grounded foul off to the left. Rocchio batting just .204, 4 homers, 20 driven in. All right, Matt, maybe give it a break. And we got to support our guys until they're not our guys anymore. We don't need to be the Yankee fans, right? Here's a check swing. He didn't go. The only time I'll get on one of my own players is when they're not trying. And if you're not trying, you're going to have a big problem with me. Here's a ground ball to Gunnar. Let's see how he handles it. He throws it nicely across to first on a line to Mountcastle, and the inning is over. The Orioles, scoreless inning from Rogers. A little bit of momentum. Let's go to the third inning. It's 2-1 Cleveland. Roger that. Yeah, maybe that should be my soundboard clip. If Trevor Rogers outperforms everybody's expectations, I can have a button that just goes, Roger that. All right. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Whoo! Oh, by the way, credit to Ben McDonald. After that Jackson Holliday grand slam yesterday, he had the best one. I knew my boy Ben McDonald had taste. You know what Ben McDonald did after the Jackson Holliday home run? He said, I'm going to Jackson. My boy McDonald pulled out a little Johnny Cash. That's right. I might have to get that on the soundboard. I'm going to Jackson. Let's all go to Jackson. You're going to love him in October, JJ. Just you wait. It's like take Bryson Stott and multiply it by 6.5. You get Jackson Holliday. We did, Robert. We paid a lot. But, Robert, I'm going to say the same thing I've been saying, which is this. Just free your mind and think of a scenario where we traded away Norby and Stowers for Eflin. Would that have been a fair trade? I think it is. I would have been okay with that. And then the prospects that we gave up to get Eflin, if we gave those guys to get Rogers, I think that would have been an easier pill to swallow. So what matters is who we got and who we got rid of. At the end of the day, you can rearrange it and make it look better for yourself, right? Here we go. Jackson Holliday is at the plate. Holy cow. First pitch is a strike. And the next one is off the plate outside. 1-1 to Jackson Holliday. Let's go. The 1-1 in there at the bottom of the zone for a strike, 90 miles an hour. Holliday, no need to talk about his batting average for a little while. He's got some making up to do after that first call up. Look at this kid sipping on a slushie in a mason jar with a handle on it. That's lovely. This pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Holliday hit a grand slam yesterday, I think the world knows. Nearly had 2 home runs. In fact, I'd say he was, that's a called strike? This pitch was low and outside by half a foot, ump.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
Where the hell are you looking? What a joke of a called strike 3.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
All right, I take it all back. This ump stinks. We go back to the top of the order for Cowser. And that's a called strike, an inch off the plate. Good Lord, this is the sort of strike zone I was expecting in the nightcap of the doubleheader after a rain delay. Has this ump got places to be? It's the first of a 4-game series. Swing and a miss. And I'm telling you right now, Cowser's swinging at a pitch off the plate because he's wondering if it's going to be called a strike. It's 0-2 on Cowser. I mean, that pitch was 3 inches outside instead of just 1 or 2. So he's thinking, well, might have to go after it. 0-2 pitch off the plate. Is it ump? Is it off the plate? I'll put you on a plate. A 1-2 count here on Cowser. There's a breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. 1 out, bases empty in the top of the 3rd. Guardians lead it 2-1. Nah, Stevie Wonder at least has some sort of 6th sense. Actually, I guess it's still 5. He's missing one, but the 6th moves into the 5 spot. We got a full count now on Colton Cowser. Come on, Colton. There's an umpire biting his nails in the middle of the damn ball game. This pitch is outside for ball 4. Take your walk, Colton.
I'm walking here.
They just flashed to an umpire a second before a pitch, biting into his nails like it's a chalupa. What is wrong with you? You're disgusting. Don't check me for any sticky stuff. And check you. All right, Adley Rutschman is at the plate.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
First pitch is a breaking ball that clips the top of the zone for a called strike. 0-1 on Adley, who lined out his first time up. It is 2-1 Guardians in the top of the 3rd. The Orioles have the tying run at first and 1 out. The 0-1 to Rutschman. Lively first goes to the bag at first to check on the runner. He's back in. Is Cowser. Still 0-1 here on Adley. Cowser is 7 for 10 in stolen base attempts this season. He got caught there, just yesterday on a strike him out, throw him out double play. This pitch is off the plate, low and away for ball 1. 1-1 to Adley, who has got to get it going. Come on, buddy. Boy, these kids in the bleachers are getting a lot of screen time. They keep cutting back to these kids with a couple of moms hanging out with some slushies, maybe some adult slushies right above them. 1-1 count to Rutschman. Here's the pitch. And this one's fouled back, 1-2. What's going on, Finn? Mr. Hyde? Electronic umps might be more consistent. You would think the one thing you would get with electronic is consistency. I mean, that would be the one definite upgrade, is that. That's what robotics do. They do things very consistently. The 1-2 pitch to Rutschman is swung on and tapped to second base. This could be two to short. Now to first. And is that foot on the bag? It looks like it is. Adley Rutschman grounds into an inning-ending double play.
Big buck, stop! Stop it all.
Adley Rutschman continues to struggle at the plate. The Orioles with a twin-killing rally killer. We go now to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Cleveland. There's no AI. There's no AI in baseball. No AI. Isn't that a famous scene? Hey there, Finn. What's up? You liked, you subscribed, and you said hello. You did all the right things. Everybody say hello to Finn. Finn knows what's up. He likes, he subscribes, and he says hello.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
How you doing there, Ronnie? Boy. JJ, the Phillies playing tonight, or you guys off? PAS. Johnny, if you're hanging out. You guys, the Mets playing tonight, or you off? Calvin, consistency is what they have in the minor leagues. Hopefully the ump problem is discussed and taken care of during the winter meetings. I mean, it all comes down to that union. That umpire union, you can't tell me it isn't one of the strongest unions in all of the land of America. I mean, the stuff that they've been either tolerating or letting slide, certain umps that don't even need, whose names don't even need to be spoken, having like 40-year careers when they had no business doing it at all. That umpire union, tell you what, it's a strong one. I need a Lucky. All right, Stephen Kwan, top of the order for the Guardians, due up, and he looks at a first pitch strike from Trevor Rogers. We are underway in the bottom of the third. Kwan singled and scored his first time up. This one is off the plate, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm an amazing YouTuber. Oh, Finn, give me a chance. I might disappoint you. Here's a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Give me a chance to screw up, Finn. It's only a matter of time. 1-2 the count on Kwan. And this one's hit into left field. Should be playable for Cowser. He's got it. 1 away. Big first out, getting that leadoff man at the top of the order for this Guardians lineup. Rogers has settled down since that first inning so far. Next half inning. A little bit of lounge music. Well, thank you, Finn. Thank you. I know I joke. I a lot of self-deprecating humor. Swing and a miss, and that's a strike on Lane Thomas. 0-1 the count. Thomas, RBI double, his first at bat. Already having an impact on this Guardians lineup. This is a check swing foul. 0-2. When it's time to change, you've got to rearrange. The 0-2 pitch is just below the zone on a curveball, it looked like, from Rogers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-1 Guardians. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike 3, and that had plenty of the plate. I don't know what Lane Thomas was looking for, but it ain't there.
Street!
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Just as a reminder, smoking is bad, okay? Here's Jose Ramirez. He takes a called strike. 2 down, nobody on. Trevor Rogers, dare I say it, starting to look pretty good out there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away, and he's got Ramirez 0-2. Trevor Rogers 1 strike away from retiring the top of this Cleveland order. 1-2-3. The pitch. Not just off the plate by about a foot. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a breaking ball, line past third base. Arias could not handle it into the corner. Ramirez is going to go into second with a 2-out double. Man, that guy can hit. Boy. Folks, if we get into a situation where we can pitch around Ramirez, we do it. We didn't do it back in the Baltimore series, and it cost us a game. That ball, Arias could not handle it. The glove was right there. We were just saying complimentary things about Arias on defense, but it was hit extremely hard. But, man, you got to at least keep it from getting past you. Maybe you don't pick it cleanly, but just stop it from getting down the line. He couldn't. Josh Naylor now at the plate with a chance to drive in a run with 2 down. And he takes inside for ball 1. 1-2 on Josh Naylor. Okay, Finn, you gave me a lot of compliments, but the last thing to do is to be ahead of me on the call, okay? We don't need you to type in what's going on. You can get your game lined up with mine. Maybe somebody could explain it. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike. Naylor does not like the call. That was on the inside edge, 1-1. Yeah, that's what we're here for, Finn, to follow along with my call, not yours, okay? You can just pause your game, allow me to catch up, and then unpause it, and you'll be all synced up. All right, buddy? The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And the count is 1-2 on Naylor. Finn's brand new, just getting adjusted. It's okay. Here comes the 1-2 to Josh Naylor, and that one's hit on the ground hard and just foul. My goodness, that was nearly a double down the right field line. Luckily, Naylor was a little bit out in front of it. Still a ball and 2 strikes. 2-1 Guardians in the bottom of the third. 2 down, runner at second. Rogers from the stretch. The 1-2 is off the plate. Naylor, easy to lay off that pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rogers now on 48 pitches here in the third inning. He got the first 2 outs relatively easy. Then a Ramirez double. Now a 2-2 count to Naylor, and this is fouled away. Still 2-2. K-Tron is here. How you doing, buddy? 2 out, runner at second, and a 2-2 count to Josh Naylor. Rogers peers in for the sign. He's got it. And the pitch is taken off the plate. Another pitch well off the plate by Rogers. If you're trying to get hitters to chase, you got to make it a little more appealing than that, Trevor. The count is full. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that is off the plate for ball 4. Well, first base was open. David Fry is up next. He is a right-handed hitter. Brandon Hyde not happy with that result. He does not look too pleased as we get a look at him in the dugout. He looks like every relative I've ever looked at sitting at the Thanksgiving dinner table. Just unhappy with something. David Fry's coming up. He was an all-star this year for some reason. I should probably not say that, but he nearly took a spot away from the likes of Jordan Westberg. Westy got in there, though. Here's a first pitch off the plate outside, ball one. Come on, Trevor. You had just started to find a groove, got the first 2 outs pretty easily. The 1-0 is swung and fouled back behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yes, Michael, you can call it official if you'd like. Albert Suarez, your Orioles long man in the pen. And I think that's the perfect spot for him. I've been saying it for a while. I think in the postseason, that's going to be a really nice weapon to use out of the bullpen. This is upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike to Fry. 2-1 Guardians in the bottom of the third. Runners at first and second, 2 out. A 2-1 count to Fry. The pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at 93. 2-2 the count. 1 more strike to get out of this inning. Big crowd here in Cleveland. The pitch. Swung on and tapped foul off to the left. Bounces over toward the dugout. Still 2-2. Oh, boy. Oh, no. I think I've got something I don't want to see already. The 2-2 pitch to Fry is up and in, ball 3. Full count. Folks, grab some medicine. Grab some medicine. The payoff pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left field, and gonna head on out of here for a 3-run homer by David Fry. And there you go. I know, Nicholas. I know. It is 5-1 Guardians. A 3-run homer to the left field seats. 407 feet. Home run number 9 for Fry. Oof. So this is what we went out and gave away 2 prospects for. Okay, there's a called strike to John Kinsey Noel. 2 down, bases empty. 5-1 Guardians. Pitch is grounded foul behind the plate, 0-2. Man, oh Shivitz. I don't even have a special lucky around to go to. Geez, Louise. We got work to do. It's still early. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's one hit on the ground to short. Gunner has it to first base in time. The inning is over. The Guardians put 3 on the board. A 3-run homer from David Fry after Rogers had gotten the first 2 outs of the inning. He has given up 5 runs on 5 hits and a walk through the first 3 innings. Only, what does that make? Well, his American League ERA is currently 15. Yikes. Zoinks! Okay, here's a message from my friend Will Ferrell.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure! We've come too far! There's too much to lose! We've got to keep our composure!
Oh, my goodness gracious. Yes, we can. We can come back from this. Depends on how long they're going to keep Rogers out there if he's not effective. Good God almighty. Well, Jack Flaherty at least had one good first start for us last year. By the way, folks, in order to make this all happen, this addition of Trevor Rogers, what it basically meant is that we cut Cole Irvin. So what I'm expecting is an upgrade from Cole Irvin. Right? Because otherwise, why do this deal? We've got Cole Irvin already. Now we don't. We DFA Irvin and make room for this guy. He could have just moved Suarez to long relief and put Irvin back in the rotation. What is this tweet from David Rubenstein? At Orioles fans, happy to report my partners and I are now 100% of our beloved team. We are truly humbled by the honor and grateful for the opportunity to work with a world-class organization. That's right. The ownership is 100% complete. Here we go, folks. It's Gunnar Henderson at the plate, and he looks at a called strike. Let's head on over here. Cut the music off.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Gunnar's got an RBI double. Keep it up, buddy. 0-1 pitch is taken outside ball 2. That pitch has been a strike tonight a few times, but not this time. 1-1 the count. Pitch number 60 from Lively is a pitch on the outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rob, we can only wonder. We can only wonder. Here's the next pitch, and that one is swung on and popped up right center. The center fielder, Thomas, is under it, makes the catch, 1 away here in the 4th. Who, me? Yeah, I live in Delaware, Thailand. It's a small community right near the Gulf of Thailand. Delaware, Thailand. I'm way the hell away there, Finn. All right, folks, it's Tony Taters.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Get some up in the chat. He's up there with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th. First pitch to him is a breaking ball that apparently catches the outside corner. Once again, an inch or 2 off the plate is a strike sometimes, as it was right there. The 0-1 is lifted foul. Man, he got a lot of it. Is it foul? Or is that gone? That's gone? Bye, birdie! The worst home run call of BW's career, and he doesn't care. Anthony Santander took a home run swing and treated it like it was a foul ball. That ball got out of here. Home run number 32, and the Orioles have got one back. The worst home run call ever.
It's magic. You know it's magic.
Folks, I apologize. Tony took that swing, and his immediate body language said, I don't know what's going on with that ball. And O'Hearn gets into one to right center, but this one's going to hang up there. Thomas, the center fielder, going into right center, makes the catch. I mean, look at Tony after this swing. He swings and he just kind of goes, I don't know. I wish I could have straightened that one out. Tony with the ultimate slick. I mean, man, Anthony Santander is born. He's got tiger blood, my baby. He's got some of that Charlie Sheen stuff in him or something. I don't know. There's something in his system. He's not a normal person. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. It's now 5-2 Guardians in the top of the 4th. Base is empty, 2 down. Mountcastle 0 for 1 today. A 1-0 pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Yeah, smooth Tony. Now that was definitely my worst home run call ever. Here's a ball hit in the right field. John Kinsey Noel is going to track it down near the line. Down in deep right field corner there, near the 325 sign. And that'll do it here in the 4th for the Orioles. They get one back on a home run. Santander now with 32 on the season. It's the 1st of August. 5-2 Cleveland as we go to the bottom of the 4th. My goodness. Gosh, I'm going to spend the rest of the day today thinking about how terrible of a home run call that was. It was something like this. Tony swings, and there's a foul ball off to the... Wait, no, that... Huh? What? That... Bye-bye birdie! That was terrible. Oh, my goodness. That's it. All right. Before I get a chair, I'm getting new glasses. I'm going to get me the best damn glasses. I can't even barely read the damn Charm City chat anymore. What is wrong with me? Actually, you know what would be perfect? I should be an umpire. I think my vision now is just perfectly poor enough to be a great umpire in Major League Baseball. I don't need new glasses. I just need the right job. Oh, buddy. I don't, Zop. Not one ready to go. I'd have to spend about 15 minutes rolling one up, and, I'm too locked in on a ball game like this. I'm just going to have to rely on the old caffeine here. Mr. Hat is on standby. The Hat. Not Mr. Hat. I'm sorry. That's South Park. Sorry, Matt and Trey. Please don't send me a cease and desist. The Hat. Trademarked. Copyright. All right, we're ready to go here in the bottom of the 4th. Tyler Freeman at the plate, and he takes a called strike. Trevor Rogers. What do you got? Here's one fouled away off to the right, 0-2 on Freeman. I mean, this is the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. If Rogers can't get through this part of the order without a problem, then I don't know what kind of faith I'm supposed to have in him. This pitch is high, a ball and 2 strikes. Come on, Trevor. You're an Oriole. You're not going anywhere unless we just flat out cut you. Although he might have an option. That's something I haven't... Hey, anybody in Charm City chat in the mood to do a little Googling? Does Trevor Rogers have any options if we wanted to send him down to AAA for some reason? Here's a 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Mullins has got this. Couple of steps to his right. He makes the catch, 1 down. Corbin Burns bobblehead night coming up on August 16th. Orioles against the Red Sox. That should be a packed house. You got a Red Sox game on a Friday. Is that a Friday night game? What night is the 16th? I believe so. Yeah, it should be Friday night. 2 weeks from this Friday, from tomorrow. Here's a line drive, and where did that ball go? That's a foul ball, 0-1 by Bo Naylor. Bo Naylor at the plate, 0-1 today. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 4th. This pitch is outside, 1-1. Man, when Rogers throws one off the plate, it is off the plate by a lot. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and lined right to Mountcastle at first, and he's going to hustle to the bag to beat Naylor. Mountcastle briefly just frozen there after picking that baseball nicely. Maybe wondering if he was going to get help from the pitcher to cover the bag. He then broke for first base and beat Naylor to the bag for the out. Nice play by Mountie there.
Oh, you did not just do that. That was crazy.
Hey, Mike. Yes, Coro, please don't spam. We'll have to put you in a timeout otherwise, and we'd hate to do that. Brian Rocchio at the plate. He takes, well, that pitch was in the zone, and that's called a ball. So the umpire is officially not passed the test for me, even by umpire standards. This pitch is off the plate, and now it's 2-0 on Rocchio. That first pitch was a strike all day. 2-0 the count on the number 9 hitter. 2 down, nobody on. This one is swung on and fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still plenty of sunshine here on what's supposed to be a night game. We're already in the bottom of the fourth with 2 down. Off the plate, 3-1. 3-1 on the number 9 hitter here. With dangerous guys coming up. All-star Stephen Kwan on deck. And that is ball 4, and it's not close. All right, I've seen enough. Get somebody up. I've seen enough now. 75 pitches. He's given up 5 runs. He's now walked a couple of guys, 5 hits. Of those 5, 3 of them for extra bases, including a homer. I've seen enough. We're back through this order again. Top of the order. Get somebody up. I'm not saying get him in right now. Just get him up. Get him ready. This pitch is high. Ball 1 to Kwan. 1 for 2 with a single and run scored back in the first. 5-2 Guardians in the bottom of the fourth. 2 out and a runner at first. The pitch. That is on the outside edge, and even though it's framed nicely by Rutschman, Rogers does not get the call on a pitch that's been called a strike 10 times tonight, but not here. Why? Why?
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
2-0 the count. This one is swung on and fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike. All you ask is, okay, maybe you don't know where the zone is, but just be consistent with whatever you think it is. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, that's hit a golf shot, and it's going to bloop in there to left center field. Going first to third, the lead runner, Rocchio. And with 2 out, there's now runners at the corners. Get somebody up. We're 2 batters away from Jose Ramirez in this game getting out of reach. Get somebody up. Yeah, second straight inning, he gets 2 outs and can't get that third out. I'm right there with you, Chilo. Lane Thomas is up, and here comes Drew French to have a chat. Show me somebody in the bullpen getting up. Why the Orioles feel the need to just make an ineffective pitcher pitch all the way until he's pitched his 90-something pitches, I don't know. He's about to throw his 80th pitch. I mean, that's a day's work. If you're ineffective, get him out of there. Ah, boy. Just show me that somebody's up in the pen. That's all I'm asking. Just show me somebody's up in the pen. Ramirez is on deck. If we don't get this third out with this batter, there's got to be somebody to come out here, or else this game, we are potentially throwing it away. Thomas at the plate. Batting from the right-hand side. First pitch is a breaking ball, catches the... Oh, that was 90 miles an hour. Is that a slider? Was that a backdoor slider at 90 miles an hour? Because that was a pretty good pitch. That was probably the best pitch of the day right there by Rogers. Let's hope he can get this final out. This one is swung on and lined into right field, right at Anthony Santander to win the inning. The Orioles catch a break. Thomas hits that ball right on the line, but right at Santander. If that goes 10 feet to his left or right, that's down for extra bases. Instead, the inning is over. Rogers completes 4 innings. Oh, boy. My goodness. Hey, he's got his ERA down to 11 1/4. The whip is down to 2. He's making strides, I guess. I don't know. Good Lord.
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
Vonnie can't wait for football. Vonnie, what are you talking? We're in the... What? Vonnie. Man, Vonnie, talk about an intervention. It's time to talk to Vonnie. We've been down this road before, Vonnie. Vonnie, your pessimism is palpable. It's palpable. Come on, Vonnie. It's the top 2 teams in the American League in a 4-game series. We are just a few innings into this thing, and you're ready to throw in the towel and watch football? Come on, Vonnie. Yes, Trevor Rogers' debut, not good. But we got 25 other guys that says, come on, Vonnie. All right? Vonnie, talk to me. Come on. Hey there, Sean Finns. How we doing today? I mean, we've had a bad first outing from Trevor Rogers. Bonnie's laughing. All right. Come on, Bonnie. Come on, Bonnie. What do you do with the Ravens? All right, let's say it's game 1, week 1 of the Ravens. I don't know who they're playing this year, week 1, but here's Mullins at the plate. First pitch is, that looked like it caught the top of the zone inside corner, but called a ball. Ball 1 to said. I mean, with the Ravens, game 1, first quarter, they're down 14-zip. Is their season over? Mullins goes down the right field line and deep, but this one's going to hook foul. Mullins just a bit out in front of that one. 1-1 the count on said.
Well said, now you know what to do.
All right. Base, you're bleeding purple and orange. Please see a doctor immediately. Have that checked out. I'm just kidding you. This pitch is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Mullins. Leading it off here in the top of the 5th. 70 pitches from Lively so far. And number 71 is a swing and a miss by Mullins. Oh, God. Back to Trevor. Again, if Trevor Bauer were the solution, why doesn't any of the 30 teams out there take him when he's saying I'll take a minimum salary anywhere? Here's a swing and a miss. Mullins strikes out on a pitch in the dirt. 1 away. I think there's something more to Bauer beyond his skill that makes so many people want him, and I think it's kind of weird, to be perfectly honest, and I'll leave it at that. 1 out. Here's Ramon Arias, and he swings and misses at a pitch on the inside edge, strike 1. Well, I mean, and I guess that's why we're not signing him. Off the plate, 1-1. I mean, you know, why don't we just start up a Trevor Bauer dedicated softball league, and everybody can come and watch Bauer, and nobody has to blackball him. He's not shoeless Joe Jackson, for Christ's sake. I mean, come on. 1-2 the count on Arias. This one is fouled away, still 1-2. All right. I wish I never even mentioned the name in chat. Here we go with the Bauer talk. I mean, what is the point? He ain't playing for anybody. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit in the air to center. Thomas backing up a foot or 2 in front of the track. He makes the catch, 2 down. Arias flies out to center. All right, well, then get season tickets for that league and watch the greatest pitcher in the world pitch in a league that he shouldn't be in, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Here's Jackson Holliday, folks. First pitch is a ground ball. Shortstop Rocchio to first in time, inning over. The Orioles do nothing here in the top of the 5th. This one's halfway over. Guardians 5, Orioles 2. I'm chill. I'm maintaining my composure. You hear me calling the ball game? I'm putting on some chill music right now. Look, just because I have an opinion, and it's a strong one, doesn't mean I don't have any composure. It's just an opinion. Please, don't read too much into my tone. I'm not worried about it. I'm just a little fascinated about the fascination with the guy. I mean, how long will it go on? Next year? Are we still talking about this next year? I don't know. I think it's a little weird. All right. Yeah, that's true. We might need to just get one more.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure! We've come too far! There's too much to lose! We've got to keep our composure!
Yeah, I'm sure Clemens could. Yeah, I saw Clemens pitching for the Savannah Bananas, so he's out there and available, right? Oh, boy. Oh, these pants are going to fall down. Look out. All right. All right. Maybe we can get Gaylord Perry on the team. I'm just following what's going on in the chat here, Jake. Look, do you want me to put a kibosh on the topic altogether? I can. I mean, what do you want me to do to make you happy, buddy? What do you want me to do to make you happy? Here we go. Bottom of the fifth. Jose Ramirez at the plate, and that's a called strike that wasn't in the zone. We'll take it. This ump is trash. Is that music still on? Sorry. And this one is fouled away. 0-2 the count. The pitch is low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We all good, Charm City? I knew we would be. The 1-2 is off the plate outside by half a foot. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jose Ramirez leading off the bottom of the fifth. Hey, folks, long man galore. Albert Suarez getting loose. This one's hitting the center field. Mullins going back on it. He's got space, he's got time, and he makes the catch. 1 out. We retire Jose Ramirez. All right. Rogers is on 86 pitches. Josh Naylor up next. Naylor's reached base both times tonight, a hit and a walk. He's also driven in a run and scored. The pitch is in there for a strike at 88 miles an hour. That'll induce time travel. The 0-1 pitch is just a little bit low apparently on the outside corner. That could have been called a strike. That's closer to the zone than a lot of called strikes have been. 1-1 pitch is hit in the air. In foul ground, Mountcastle with a long run toward the dugout, and that ball is going to drop right into the dugout. Rutschman was also in the area. Actually went down the dugout steps. Is Adley going to try to catch this ball like standing in the dugout? Luckily, a couple of Oriole coaches are there to make sure Adley doesn't trip on the way down the steps there. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Josh Naylor with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Base is empty for the Guardians. They lead it 5-2 on the Orioles. First game of a 4-game series. The 1-2 from Rogers is up and away, ball 2. Eagles forever. How you doing, buddy? Are you sure about forever? Just kidding. This one is fouled away. Still 2-2 on Naylor. It's just a little joke. It's just a little joke. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Rogers is off the plate outside. Count has gone full. Rogers is on 92 pitches. 1 out here in the fifth. The pitch is drilled hard but foul. Naylor way out in front of it. Look out over there. 7 pitches in this at-bat already. Rogers is probably running out of gas even if he were effective, but you just leave him out there until what? Here's pitch 94, and that's low and outside for ball 4. Get him out of the game. He doesn't have it left. Yeah, he can get you an out here or there. Most major league pitchers can when they're struggling. They're going to get you some outs. But, I mean, 5 runs, 94 pitches. Here comes Brandon Hyde. My goodness. Always 1 or 2 batters late, in my humble opinion. That'll do it for Rogers. We're calling to the bullpen for Suarez. And you can make it a collect call, and I'll pay for it. Rogers' day is over.
Well, I say when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Let's see what Albert Suarez can do in this role. Leave him in there until his arm falls off. Folks, I guess we should probably take a look at the out-of-town scores, though I'm assuming it's a light night, considering all my buddies aren't calling any games. But there's at least a few on. There you go, 5 games. A couple of them yet to start. Royals ahead of the Tigers at the end of 6. That's 3-1 Kansas City. The other game going on right now, the Braves are shutting out the Marlins after 2 innings. It's 3-0 Atlanta. Cubs and Cardinals. Classic rivalry there coming up in just a few minutes. First pitch, and then about an hour and a half from now. Boy, what a marquee matchup this is between 2 teams from 2 different leagues. Interleague matchup between the Angels and the Rockies. Boy, there's a marquee matchup. Yikes. No need to check in on that out-of-town score tonight. All right. How we doing over here? 17-27. What happened that year? In the year of our Lord, 1727. Hey, folks, we're only 49 subscribers away from Independence year. Let's get to 1776. This is baseball, baby. This is America. That's my sub goal, 1776. All right, folks, think about subscribing, all right? Because, it's free, it's easy, there's no commitment, no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home.
I offer you the opportunity to join me in glorious battle.
All right. Albert Suarez on the mound with 1 out and a runner at first. David Fry at the plate, who hit that 3-run homer his last time up. He looks at a called strike on the outside corner. All right. Albert Suarez. Looking to get at least a couple of innings of work, I would think. Or an inning and 2/3, I should say. There's already 1 out here in the 5th. Maybe he can give you the rest of this and maybe a 6th inning of work. Runner at first base, 1 out, 5-2 Guardians in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1 to David Fry is swung on and fouled away 0-2. Oi. Folks, your boy's dropped so much weight in recent months that the current shorts he's wearing are in danger of falling off every time he stands up. I gotta stand up and immediately jump off camera to make sure I don't drop trowel. This is strike 2. 0-2 the count on Fry. All right. Lock in, BW. Don't worry about your shorts. You have boxers to protect you. All right. The 0-2 pitch. Whoa, that one got away. All the way to the backstop. And the runner at first is going to move up to second base. My goodness. Suarez with a Ricky Vaughn pitch. that not only went to the backstop, it nearly cleared the backstop. Kyle Trousers. See, that's Trousers closer to Cowser, right? If we're playing a little wordplay. The 1-2 pitch to Fry is outside, 2-2. Josh Naylor is at second base with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the fifth, 5-2 Guardians. A 2-2 count on David Fry. And the pitch is swung on, reached for, and fouled off to the right. That pitch was outside. Fry just getting a piece to stay alive. Still 2-2. Seventh pitch of the at-bat right here. And that one is outside, ball 3. David Fry has worked the count full here. There's already been a wild pitch that's allowed the runner at first to get to second base, so the conventional double play is no longer in order here. Here comes the payoff to Fry, and that is reached for again off the plate, but he goes after it, fouls it off. My goodness, we're about to see a 9th pitch from Suarez to the first batter he's faced. Another payoff pitch from Suarez. Here it is. That one's hit on the ground, fouled off to the left. My goodness. My goodness. Are we having ballpark comparisons? Eagles, come on. Your ballpark and every ballpark built after ours took our recipe and just tinkered with it a little bit. You do understand that, right? This pitch is fouled away. It's still 3-2. I mean, look, there's a lot of beautiful ballparks out there. PNC Park in Pittsburgh is an absolute gem, but all of those parks took the Orioles model and went with it. We said enough of these cookie cutter stadiums, enough of these symmetrical lines, enough of this corporate looking crap. Let's make it look old school. Here's a called strike 3 as Fry thought he had ball 4. Take a seat, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
And I agree. Citizens Bank is a great ballpark. Look, I lived in Philly back in 2015 that summer. I got to see a few games there with a friend of mine, and yeah, great ballpark. Not gonna knock it down. Here's John Kinsey Noel, and he goes after a pitch off the plate, a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Albert Suarez, after battling David Fry to a strikeout, 2 down in the inning, trying to get out of this with no further damage. And this one is high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Noel, who's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Runner at second, 2 down. And the 1-1 to Noel is way off the plate, 2-1. I do agree. The Nationals Park stinks. There's just no charm there. There's nothing. I lived in D.C. for a long time, and I went to games there. And I'd rather see a game at RFK, to be honest with you. At least RFK, there's some history there. There's some. It's not a pretty ballpark, but it's got some charm to it. 3-1 the count on John Kinsey Noel. The pitch. That is swing and a miss. That looked like a changeup from Suarez. And Noel out in front of it. Full count. Full count. Come on, Albert. 1 more strike, buddy. Let's get this one to the 6th. We've got work to do at the plate. Payoff pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. My goodness. Overrated by who? Who's overrating Camden Yards? I mean, even Oriole fans, I mean, we like to think we've got a great ballpark. And, you know, what I've said about it, I don't think anybody can deny, you know. It broke the mold. It created a new mold. And that ballpark is going to be around a long, long time. Look at places like Atlanta. They had Turner Field. They built a brand new ballpark, like in the mid-90s? That place didn't even last 20 years. That park opened after Camden Yards. That park is gone. We got a meeting on the mound with Albert Suarez. Exactly. It's timeless. It's timeless. People are talking about making renovations to Oriole Park, and I don't want to see... The only renovation I'd like is to take that hotel down that they built in the skyline that's blocking the B&O... The Bromo, sorry, B&O, that's the warehouse. The Bromo Seltzer Tower. They're blocking my tower. Hey, Tyler Freeman at the plate, 2 on, 2 out. And the first pitch to him is off the plate outside from Suarez. Albert has already thrown 18 pitches since coming on to this inning. He's only gotten the 1 out. The 1-0 is hit on the ground, and Gunner's got it. He's charging and throws to first in time, and the inning is over. Boy, that inning took a long time, but somehow the Orioles get out of it without giving up a run. It's still a 3-run ball game as we go to the 6th. Guardians 5, Orioles 2. We got the top of the order coming up, folks. Top of the order. I think now's the time to get something going on offense. Almost 3 up, 3 down. Matt, that's the new Globe Life Field in Texas, Arlington, Texas. Yeah, with that basement level wrapping around the infield, where everybody's just hanging out like they're at Dave & Buster's. It's horrible. There should be like a skee ball game. Maybe like a skill crane machine. It's awful. There should be a Chuck E. Cheese band playing back in there. I love JJ's ability to frisk some likes. JJ, you don't have to threaten to get likes, you know? There better be 140 or I'm cracking skulls. Folks, please. You better hit the like button or JJ, he's going to have to Hulk out. And we're about to get to 100 here in just a minute, folks. 5 more of you hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. It's really easy. There's a thumb. It's pointing upward. Tap it. It'll turn bright white, and it'll help out my channel, and you're done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, I'm a reference machine. A 5 Night at Freddy's in the ballpark. Hey, I wouldn't mind getting a janitor's job then. All right, Colton Cowser's at the plate, folks. And he takes high for ball 1. The milkman. Already got a double on the night. And a walk. Is that right? Yes, it is. He's reached base both times. He has made this leadoff spot his own. This pitch is hit on the ground, foul. 2-1 the count to the leadoff man here in the top of the 6th. The Orioles trail by 3. Lively on the mound. 81 pitches, 51 strikes to 30 balls. Cowser went to go get a new bat. So we got a little bit of a delay here. Fenway tied for the worst. Come on, Eagles. Tropicana definitely rock bottom. Look, Fenway, I'm a big dude. Sitting in a seat at Fenway sucks. Here's a called strike at the bottom of the zone because those seats were made for people back in 1918 when the average person was 5'6" and weighed like 125 pounds. Try to sit in one of those middle seats at Fenway. 2-2 the pitch to Cowser. He pops it up to right field. Long run for Noel, and he will finally get there and track it down. A shallow fly ball to right by Cowser. He is retired, 1 away. I know, JJ, you can't get enough of me, buddy. I mean, what's not to like? I call a good game. I've got a great personality. I engage with the audience. I got a bunch of dumb noises I can make with this little machine. Here's Rutschman at the plate, and this one is skied in the right field, down the line. Noel, a long run into the corner, and it's going to be foul out of play. Not deep enough to get out of here if it were fair. 0-1 the count on Rutschman. You got to have more cowbell. I know. Can never get enough cowbell. Don't fear the Reaper, Doug. Don't fear the Reaper. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to second. That's going to be a routine play, and Rutschman continues to scuffle at the plate. I mean, we got to move him out of the 2 spot for at least a little bit. I would. I'd be moving Adley down somewhere around maybe 6th in the order right now. Push everybody up a spot. It's just not happening for him. Santander's moved back into the 4 spot. He did great in the 2-hole for a couple of games. Here's Gunnar Henderson. First pitch, line drive, base hit, right center field. Gunnar Henderson with a 2-out single. Let's see if the Orioles can do something here. A little 2-out magic. Gunnar turns on the faucet. That's his second hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Anthony Santander. Come on, folks.
That's not a tater tot. That's a tater giant.
We need a rally. Come on, Charm City chat. Tony can make this a 1-run game on 1 swing. Lively up to 86 pitches, so he could be running out of gas. 2 down in the inning. The pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Come on, buddy. The 1-0. Low and away, ball 2. Ball 2. Is it hat time, Matt? Is it time for the hat? I got to let Tony do his thing. He's mid-AB. The 2-0 pitch is called a strike, and that ball was perfectly placed knee-high on the outside corner. Tony was right not to go after it. Wait for a better pitch. It's 2-1 now. 2-1 on Santander. Runner at first, 2 down. The Orioles trail by 3 here in the top of the 6th. The pitch is popped up. The shortstop, Rocchio, going out in the left center field. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Orioles get a 2-out hit, but that's it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Cleveland 5 and the Orioles 2. Oh, boy. Man, Charm City chat is hopping tonight. I can't even keep up with you guys. Hey, I can't keep up with you guys, huh? What's going on out there?
This being Baltimore and all.
Why don't we check in with my boy Tony down at the dance club tonight?
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Ooh, ha. Hey, maybe I do have a little bit of a special lucky over here.
I mean, you know I'm a Lucky Strike man from way back, so.
I don't know, folks. This is a small roach. I'm going to look like a crackhead if I light this up. But why not? Oh, that'll get the job done. Oh, there's plenty here. There's plenty here. Lovely. Lovely. All right. Let's get the squeaking out of the way. Let's get it out of our system. 8-9-1 due up for the Guardians. Albert Suarez is going to be out for another inning of work. Ooh, ha.
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Baltimore?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Ooh, ha. Where are you from? Baltimore. What? Baltimore. Baltimore? What's that? All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Suarez on the mound. Bo Naylor at the plate. Naylor, I hardly know her. And this pitch is up and away for ball 1. This Orioles team is so depressing to watch. Give me a break, Eagles. You got a night off. Look, your team should be happy to have a night off the way you guys have been playing lately. What are you talking about? Depressing. All this young talent? What, are you kidding me? The 2-0 pitch is off the plate. 3-0. Suarez can't find the zone here to the leadoff man in the bottom of the 6th. And the 3-0 is in there for a strike. Yeah, Eagles. I mean, this is look. Bring all the smack talk for October, buddy. Until then, you got your job, we got our job. You guys still need to win a pennant. We still need to win a pennant. Here's a ground ball and a bounce to Urias over to first in time. Bo Naylor, man, he gets down the line fast for a big catcher. That's the second time he nearly beat out a pretty routine ground ball. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Assuming you guys even make it to the playoffs.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Thank you. The 0-1 pitch to Brian Rocchio at the plate with 1 down is a called strike. All right. You done, Eagles? I got more. 0-2 the count. Or do you want to just hang out and have some fun? Or do you just want to be that guy? Do you really want to be that guy? Because you know what? That guy, there's about 8 million of them on Twitter right now. All sitting alone in their basement, hoping somebody cares. Don't be that guy. You don't need to be that guy. You're better than that, aren't you? I think you're better, despite the logo. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs to Rocchio. The count is 2-2. Ah, boy. You gotta love it, folks. Right-hander Smith is getting loose for the Guardians. In the bullpen there. 2-2 pitch is outside. 3-2. Suarez, man, working a lot of deep counts since coming on here. About to throw his 30th pitch. And the payoff is swung on and gonna get... Oh, Gunner's got it. That ball looked like it might get over his head, but Gunner backing up into the outfield makes that catch on a flare shot. 2 down in the inning. Back to the top of the order for Stephen Kwan. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Man, the top of this order, look at the difference, folks. 1 through 5. Everybody's gotten a hit. Everybody has scored a run. And then you look at the bottom 4. Zilch. A couple of walks in there, but nothing in terms of hitting. Top heavy lineup for these Guardians, and we got to go after the top of the order a little better for these next 3 games of the series. Got to know who to pitch to and who to work around. Want to know the count on Quan. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Cleveland. A 1-0 from Albert Suarez is at the bottom of the zone, a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Whew. What's this? Sorry, Birdwatcher. I'm getting apologies for things that I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the Charm City chat. Here's a ground ball to second base. And that's going to be an easy out. Or that's the 3rd out. All right. Inning over. Folks, Albert Suarez gets through the 6th. That's what he does. An inning and 2/3, 5 outs for Suarez without giving up a run. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This is what you want in a playoff scenario. If your starter doesn't have it, this is the guy you go to bridge the gap to the bullpen and not completely waste your bullpen like we did in Game 2 against the Rangers last October. I know you guys remember that game. I'm still scratching my head on how we handled that game after Grayson Rodriguez got lit up. We just kept going to one middle reliever after the next, and it did not work. You got to have a long man. You got to have at least one guy that'll give you a chance to get back into the ball game and then keep the rest of that bullpen intact. I can't wait to see what Albert can do to help us out in the playoffs. It's going to happen, folks. I'm calling it now. Go ahead and mark your calendar. I've been thinking about it. It's been in my dreams. There's going to be a game that we fall behind in the playoffs, and Albert Suarez is going to come in and save the day. And he's going to etch his name into Orioles history. I'm telling you. I'm calling it. He's right where he needs to be there. He's right where he needs to be. Charm City chat. Tell you what. That's the thing, Eagles. You're in the Charm City chat. Do you understand how we were able to tease and poke fun but still be charming? We're clever. We're a clever group. We're a little weird, but we like it that way. We like it that way. Ryan O'Hearn is going to lead it off for your Baltimore Orioles.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
And Cade Smith, right-handed reliever, on for the Guardians. Ben Lively's day is over. 6 innings. Gave up a couple of runs on 4 hits and 1 walk. All right, O'Hearn at the plate. This is the 50th appearance for Smith, 5-1 record. ERA under 2. This bullpen for Cleveland, very, very good. After a first pitch ball, this one is low and in. 2-0. 2-0 on Ryan O'Hearn. And there's a 98-mile-an-hour heater right on the outside black for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ryan O'Hearn, leading it off here in the top of the 7th. The Orioles need a rally. This one is lined foul away off to the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And somebody's very excited to get that foul ball. And he's holding up an Orioles hat, too, representing somebody in the stands with a foul ball there, holding up his Orioles hat. And you know what that makes me want to do as this pitch is fouled away? That just inspired your boy. This ball's hit to left, and it's going to be caught out there by Stephen Kwan. That's right. Unfortunately, the hat only got onto my head right when that ball was going into play, so the hat starts now. Ryan Mountcastle's up. Get ready. One away here in the top of the 7th. Mountie 0 for 2 on the night. Average currently at 272. First pitch to him's outside, 98-mile-an-hour heater. From Cade Smith. That's right, the hat. Remember, folks, it's not just hat. It's not just a hat. It is the hat. And I encourage when people write the hat in chat for it to be in all caps. Please respect the title. The 1-1 pitch to Mountcastle is swung on and fouled away. Another heater. That one had plenty of the plate, a little bit above the middle of the zone. Mountie can only foul it away. The count is 1-2. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and I could see that one all the way in. That pitch sank into the dirt, and Mountie waves at it. No chance to touch this baseball. He strikes out. 2 down in the inning. 2 down in the 7th. Man, this Cleveland bullpen is tough, folks. Here's Sed Mullins. And that's a called strike. Right on the inside edge. Is there a misses the hat? This one swung on and hit to right, but right at John Kinsey Noel, who makes the catch. Mullins turned on it, but didn't get a whole lot on it, and hit right to Noel for the final out here in the 7th. The Orioles just 2 runs on 4 hits. As we get deeper into this Cleveland pen, it's going to be all the harder to make a comeback, folks. But hey, we're just the team to try. We're just crazy enough to try. Let's see what happens in the bottom of the 7th. And folks, since it is 7th inning stretch time, I know we're not at home, but we still got some traditions around here. Because you still need to get up and move around, don't you? Get up and move around. And while you do it, throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in chat.
Thank God I'm a country boy. 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 Thank God I'm a country boy.
I wish I could play more of that song for you, but I can't. Stretch it out. Stretch it like I stretch my budget every month. All right. Oh, boy. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Are you telling me Jose Ramirez is due up? Oh, no. Heart of the Cleveland order we got to get through here. And we'll see who's going to be on the mound. If they want to keep going with Albert or what? I mean, this is the moment right here. You want your best available arm out of the pen for this inning. Ramirez, Naylor, and Fry. The law offices of. It is Suarez out there. And this ball is roped into left field. It's Thomas. I'm sorry. No wonder. They're ahead of me on the thing. First pitch of the inning is a double by Lane Thomas. I absolutely ruined it. I saw J. Ram's name highlighted. I assumed he was up to hit first. I was wrong. I lied. Lane Thomas, first pitch leadoff double into the left field corner. His 18th of the season. Yikes. His second of the day. Now, Chilo, why would you say that? Why? What is the value out of a statement like that? Again, Vonnie, come on, guys. Honestly. I mean, do you want to feel any sort of pride if we do win the next 3 games of this series? Because you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to feel any pride. If you're going to just say we suck now with 3 games to go, this one's drilled to right field, and that ball is gone. It is 7-2 Guardians. Jose Ramirez does it again. And we had a base open, by the way, if we wanted to. And look, I can sit here and say I look like a fool because you guys are saying we suck and we're going to get swept. And moments later, the Guardians just made it a 5-run lead with a 2-run shot by Ramirez. I get it. I get it. Maybe I look like a fool, but I'm not going to sit here and give up on this team. We might not win tonight. There's still 3 more games. If I were a player and I treated this situation as like, shoot, we just got our butts kicked in game 1. We're just going to get swept because there's just no chance. How do you think they would perform with that mentality? They got to go back out there tomorrow, wipe the slate clean, and try to level this series and take it from there. That's what you got to do. Josh Naylor at the plate. He's got an 0-1 count. You gotta roll with the punches, folks. This is a 162-game season. It is not for the light of heart. Jacob Webb getting loose for the Orioles. This pitch is low and away to Naylor. 1-1 the count. I'll tell you this. For the remaining 3 games, we're going to have 3 much better starting pitchers on the mound. We got that on our side. Here's one ripped foul down the right field corner. Corbin Burns is going to pitch in this series. Zach Eflin's going to make a start in this series. And Dean Kramer as well. The 1-2 pitch is popped up behind home plate, and Rutschman with the mask off. He's not going to have a play. That gets behind the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes still on Naylor with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. The Guardians have a 7-2 lead. Hey, it'll make a comeback tonight all the more special if we can do it, right? Look at me. Silver linings. And for folks like Chilo and Vonnie, look, I'm not trying to pick on you guys. It's just, you know it's not a healthy attitude. It's not a healthy attitude. I'm just trying to be your friend. You know, sometimes your friend can just have a wrong outlook on things, and you got to be a friend to them and go, look, it ain't all that bad. Look at it this way. It's not that bad. That's a friend trying to help out another friend. 2-2 pitch. Off the plate outside, 3-2. I'm not here to, knock anybody down when they're feeling down. I get it. Hey, folks, if you want an earmuff 8th inning, we can put it into play tonight if you want it. All right? This pitch is grounded foul down the left field line. All right, folks? I'm putting it into play tonight. If you want it, you got it. We have an earmuff 8th inning, which means in the 8th for half an inning. We're going to make it the bottom half of this 8th inning today because we're going to come up to hitting the top half and try to make a rally. Bottom half of the inning, if you want, swear all you want. Get it all out of your system. Drop all the bombs you need and get it out. If you need that for therapy, fine. But we need people out there in Birdland to be warriors, to back this team. Do I need to remind you that James McCann took a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to the face and went right back out there? Think about him next time you want to say, we stink. We're going to get swept. The 3-2 pitch. That ball is lined into left center field, a base hit. Naylor with his second hit of the night. A leadoff. It's not even leadoff. Boy, they really are attacking our pitching tonight. My goodness. Here they go. I mean, I'm sitting here. We are getting our butts kicked at the moment, and I'm sitting here trying to talk about positive things. I get it. It may not be good timing, but I still feel like it needs to be said. Brandon Hyde's going to make a pitching change. Suarez is done, and they go to the bullpen. Where's that button? Folks, you look at the Blue Jays series, and I looked at the pitching matchups, and I said to myself, all right, well, if we can take 3 out of 4, that would be good. But if we're going to lose one, it's probably Cade Povich pitching in the second game of a doubleheader. And wouldn't you know, that's exactly what happened. We got another 4-game series here. It's too much on the line. If we wind up splitting, I think we can call that a decent 4-game series on the road against the team that currently holds the best record in baseball. It'd be great to get 3. But you can't sit here and tell me that we can't at least get 2 with 3 to go. Come on now. Let's go. More like Orioles tragic. Because it rhymes. Orioles tragic. Hey, Larry, come here. This guy right. Come here, Larry. Yeah, bring Marge. No, wait, hold on. Wait, it's not that funny? Oh. It's like the opposite of clever? Oh, I'm sorry. Jacob Webb is on the mound. 52nd appearance of the season, 2.87 ERA. Oh, you messing with Janet now? Oh, you're in trouble, buddy. You're in trouble now, buddy. Looks like somebody has taken the envelope and pushed it to the edge. David Fry is at the plate. Naylor at first base. Webb on the mound. With nobody out, the pitch is lined hard over there by the tarp on the left side. 0-1 on Fry. All right, Vonnie, that's probably... We kind of have to go ahead and get rid of Vonnie's comment because... The R word is not, YouTube don't like that one too much. Here's a called strike. Again, folks, bottom of the 8th for your, to get out all your rage. But let's try not to use words like that. Let's go with the classics. The George Carlin words, all right? Here's a swing and a miss, and Fry strikes out. Whoops. Wrong one.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh, I hit the wrong button there. All right, there you go. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. John Kinsey Noel at the plate. He's 0 for 2. That's right. Don't get pulled over on the BW Parkway. It's a hefty fine. Plus, you're causing bottleneck traffic. Here's the 0-1 pitch to John Kinsey Noel. Runner at first, 1 down. Webb finally releases. This pitch is popped straight up on the infield. Webb pointing to the sky. He might want it himself. He finally relinquishes it to Urias, who makes the catch. Just a little bit in front of the mound, third base side. 2 down in the inning. Guardians 7, Orioles 2. Tyler Freeman is up. 0 for 3 on the night. Hitting .222 at the moment. And he takes low and away for ball 1. .222, folks. That's 2 for 9 on average. I'm a math whiz. The 1-0 pitch is just off the plate outside, 2-0. It'll be a miracle if we win even one of these games. A miracle. It would be a miracle to not get swept in a 4-game series. Chilo, based on what evidence? Based on what receipts? When's the last time we got swept in a 4-game series to anybody in the era of Adley Rutschman, Mike Elias, the whole schmear? Now suddenly we're that bad. Suddenly we're that bad? Because what you're saying is that we are the worst we've ever been since Adley Rutschman's been called up. That's what that statement would mean. Do you care to retract it? The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed 3-2. I don't get it. I don't get it. I get saying, all right, this guy, Trevor Rogers, he stunk it up. I'm not happy with the trade. That's something that makes sense to me. The team stinks. We can't win 1 game out of 4? That to me sounds nuts. That ball got a piece of Freeman on the 3-2 pitch. A hit batter, and that'll put runners at first and second with 2 down. I mean, could you at least make sense if you're going to be down on the team? At least let it be logical and reasonable. I get being frustrated, but come on. There's plenty of things, like specifically, you can point at and go, we need to fix this. We need to do something about that. But this has got to be, we got to work on this, folks. First pitch to Bo Naylor is low and in for ball 1. It is 7-2 Cleveland. In the bottom of the 7th, 2 down, 2 on. Man, I got to be a play-by-play guy and a motivational speaker all in one. And this one is low and in. 2-0 the count. 2-0 the count. My goodness. I know I don't have any broadcasting experience professionally. I definitely don't have a PhD. I'm not a therapist, but boy, I sure feel like one at this point. This pitch is up and in. Frank, you got to at least get the name right if you're going to root for him here, okay? This one is fouled away, and I'm sure that it won't make Frank happy, but you know. You got to get time to know me, Frank. 3-1 the count on Bo Naylor. 2 down, runners at first and second. And the pitch is swung on and hit in the air to right field pretty deep. Going back, and that ball is gone. The Guardians have blown the door completely open, and we are going to wind up, in all likelihood, losing this ball game. This home run makes it 10-2 Guardians, and we are getting our butts spanked, and we got to take it. The Guardians are playing very good baseball. We have not had a good night from our pitching staff. That is what has happened here tonight. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to call the rest of this game. As this pitch is outside to Brian Rocchio. Bases empty, 2 down now. 10-2 Guardians. They could sit here and add another 10 runs on, and everything that I've said in the past half hour still holds true. I stand by what I say. And everyone who says what they say are, you know, they are welcome to say what they want to say. In fact, folks, I'm going to go ahead and make a modification. The earmuff 8th inning is on as soon as this inning is over. Folks, if you need to, I understand. Tonight is the kind of night where you might need it, okay? So as soon as we get out of this inning, folks, let loose if you want to. You don't have to. This one's hit into left center field pretty well, and it will drop down between Cowser and Mullins for a double. Boy, Mullins and Cowser covering a lot of ground with those two. But unfortunately, this one was hit just in between them. It looked like maybe Cowser could have gotten a glove to it. I mean, look at a replay here. Yeah. Folks, let's let's be cool. Look, folks, if you're brand new to Charm City Chat, probably the best thing to do in your first appearance on a first night is to just play it cool, kind of get a vibe for the room before trying to think of the most, I don't know, controversial or potentially, you know what I mean? I mean, we all understand this, right? You know, you walk into a new place, you get acclimated. You get a feel for the room. You just don't come in and just start mouthing off like a loudmouth about whatever. Like Stephen Kwan takes a first pitch over the plate for low for ball one. This is just normal social skills, people, you know? It's kind of instinctual. We should all know this. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled at the plate, unless that was a swing and a miss and Adley just dropped the baseball. Either way, it's 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. The Guardians lead it 10-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. On a debut night for Trevor Rogers, that did not go so well. The 1-1 pitch is fouled away by Kwan. 1-2 the count. Yep, one game in August, and this one game is going to apparently dictate the rest of the month. Okay, the 1-2 pitch, outside, ball 2. I tell you what, it's like Jack Crick has been reborn. Jack Crick 2, Electric Boogaloo. The 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Still 2-2 on Kwan. 2 down, runner at second. My goodness. Tell you what. This 2-2 pitch swung on a miss. Kwan goes down on strikes. He's not an easy guy to strike out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, it is now the 8th inning. It is earmuff 8th. I repeat, it is earmuff 8th. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Call it the Baltimore Miracle or some shit.
Say whatever the hell is on your frickin' mind. Get it out, all right? You know, I mean, seriously. If you're mad, if you're unhappy, if you're disappointed, if you're, especially with Rogers and this trade we made, I mean, get it out. Why isn't anybody getting it out? Now you got a chance, and look at this. Dag nabbit, flippity jips. Everyone's going to be like Ned Flanders in here. I'm going to get a lot of Ned Flanders. By gibbity goo. There you go, Janet. Try that one on for size. All right, we've played like shit tonight. What do you want me to tell you? The Trevor Rogers trade right now looks fucking terrible. All right? Okay? There. You got it out of your boy. I didn't want to have to do it. But there it is. We'll see what he does in his next start. All right. I love how everybody is still being nice. Gosh darn it. Jeez. Jiminy Crickets. That's the problem. You guys are too charming. We're Charm City Chat, even when we're allowed to not be charming and we can't help ourselves. It's in our blood. Ramon Arias is at the plate. Here we go. First pitch in there for a strike. Heron, a lefty on the mound. Tim Heron making his 50th appearance. Look at this guy. 1.27 ERA? 1.27? This one's foul back, and it's 0-2. Folks, all I know is this. We're going to the playoffs. Cleveland's going to the playoffs. If we're playing them, we cannot let them get a lead when it gets to the bullpen. I'm telling you right now. 0-2 pitch to Arias is popped up and out of play. Still 0-2 on Ramon, leading it off here in the top of the 8th. He'll be followed by Jackson Holliday and then back to the top of the order, Colton Cowser. We are in the earmuff 8th. Swing and a miss, and Arias strikes out. Shit. Again, folks, earmuff 8th. The warning is kind of in the title. You got kids around? Are you sensitive to foul language? Well, put on the earmuffs. We'll be back to our best behavior in the 9th, okay? Jackson Holliday is at the plate. And he swings and misses at a pitch low for strike one. Holliday 0 for 2 tonight. And the pitch is in on the hands, and it hit him on the hand. Are you kidding me? How many of our guys have got to get hit on the frickin' hand? Holliday is treating it like it didn't do any damage. He has no visible signs of that doing any damage to him, but my goodness. How many more of our guys? Colton Cowser coming up. Holliday on at first base, and man, those biceps of his are growing rapidly by the day. There's a shot of McCann. Black eye and all. Cowser at the plate. The pitch. That one's hit in the right center field and down for a base hit. Colton Cowser can't stop. And look at Holliday go first to third. Look at Holliday going first to third. That's right. Cowser gave a little faucet maneuver to the dugout. All you got to do is keep the line moving, folks. Oh, wait, that was Austin Slater? Did I call him Cowser? It's Austin Slater. I need to be put into solitary confinement. That's not even the right side of the plate. I just assumed Cowser was up. It was his turn, and I didn't even put it together, folks. That was Austin Slater's first AB as an Oriole, and he's got himself a hit. It's first and third, 1 out for Rutschman, and I am terribly sorry. That's the second bad call tonight. Rutschman with a routine double play ball, but it's booted by Rocchio, and everybody's safe. Jackson comes in to score, and suddenly I feel some magic in the air as the Orioles get a run in. Oh, that reminds me of the booted ball by Anthony Volpe in that comeback win against the Yankees the day before the All-Star break. Could this be the start of something special? Here's Gunnar Henderson at the plate, and he takes up and in for ball 1. We're down 7, but I don't give a shit because it's the earmuff 8th. Want to know the count. Froggy, forgive me for my language. This is a swing and a miss, and the count is 1-1. That is an error on Rocchio all the way. The 1-1 to Gunnar. Right at the bottom of the zone, called strike 2. First and second, 1 out. The Orioles down by 7. Slater at second. Rutschman at first. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, center field. And that ball is unfortunately hit to the deepest part of the yard. Going to be caught out there a step or two in front of the track with the 400-foot sign right behind. And we're going to have a runner at second and move up to third. So Slater at third base, Rutschman at first. 2 down in the inning now. And that's going to bring up Tony Taters, folks. A big swing can make it a 4-run ball game. We kind of need it right here. It's some kind of bigger rally than this if we're going to make this a game.
That's not a tater tot. That's a tater giant.
Got to do something with Tony at the plate and 2 on here. 2 down, the pitch. Taken and not called a strike. That one looked pretty good on the outside edge, but Santander gets the call, hitting from the right side here against the lefty Heron. Guardians 10, Orioles 3 in the top of the 8th. The 1-0 to Tony is way outside, 2-0. That was way off the plate there from Heron. 2-0 count on Tony. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Oh, a breaking ball. An off-speed pitch at 81, and Tony way out in front. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tony was looking for that 2-0 fastball, and he didn't get it. Birch Smith is getting loose for Baltimore. The pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. And the count is now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Heron from the stretch. The 2-2. And in the dirt, Tony doesn't go after this one. We got a full count, baby. Full count, 2 down in the 8th with 2 men on. The Orioles. A big hit can get us going. If we don't get it, this is really the ball game right here, folks. We got to keep the line moving. Down 7. Our biggest RBI man at the plate. Got to get it done right here on a full count. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. And that is the inning. Folks, we had some fight in the 8th. We're going to have to somehow get a touchdown in the 9th against the best bullpen in baseball to tie this ball game. That's a lot to ask. It's still the earmuff 8th, folks, if you need it. You don't have to say poopy. You can go with the S word if you want. I love it. Maybe we don't need an earmuff 8th. I think I've said more swear words than anybody in chat. The first time we did this, you guys I felt like the entire chat had a Tourette's syndrome. Now suddenly we've become super charming. Oh no, would you look who's due up? Are you serious? These guys get to hit up again? Thomas, J-Ram, and Naylor due up. Good Lord. We really did need to get more out of that inning if we really have a realistic chance here. 10 runs on 11 hits for the Guardians. The Orioles 3 runs on 5. Ah, boy. I tell you what. I'm gonna need a shrink after this game. I'm pouring my soul out here to you guys. It's great fun. I mean, you guys really do treat this like a party drug. It's great when the going is good, and man, you guys make it feel like I'm living in a crack house when we aren't winning. My goodness. Got to keep an even keel, folks. You know, look, I get frustrated and I get super excited. I'm an emotional pendulum, but you still have to have underneath that pendulum some sort of bedrock of a foundation. You see this little demonstration I'm giving you? Here's your emotions right here, right? They can swing. You're allowed to. You're not crazy. I get it. But just make sure this part right here, this little bedrock of reason, logic, belief, support, heart, that needs to be there in order for this thing to do its thing. You hear what I'm saying? Is this demonstration working? I hope it does. My goodness. All right, Birch Smith is out on the mound. Lane Thomas at the plate. Back down over here. And now Rod is letting it out. It's still the earmuff eighth, I guess. I'll give you the full ending if you need it. But once we get to the ninth, we're back to being charming people in the Charm City chat. All right, folks? I get it. Sometimes you need a smoker's lounge. You need Adult Swim at the pool. This pitch is off the plate, low and away. 2-1 on Lane Thomas. Austin Slater, who came in to pinch hit for Cowser, is out there in left field. I can't believe we pinch hit for Cowser. I mean, it worked. Slater got a hit. But of all the people that take the bat out of their hands right now, Cowser, really? 3-1 the count on a pitch inside. Oh, my goodness, Cleveland thinks this game is over. Cleveland thinks this game is over as this one is fouled back. As I can see on my screen already, they're going to pinch hit for J-Ram. They're treating this like it's a blowout. I'll hand it to you. With your bullpen, it should be over. It should be, but I don't count down my team with a 7-run lead. Did you see what we did in Houston earlier this year when we were down by 12? We came back with like 10 runs. Yeah, we came up short, but we came back. That's ball 4. Lane Thomas draws a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 8th. And here's Daniel Schneemann to pinch hit for Ramirez. 214 average, 4 homers, 16 driven in. Boy, Baltimore football history making up for lost time with the earmuff 8th. Schneemann looks at ball 1 outside. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. BFH, it's almost like now you're stretching to try to come up with a reason to curse. There's a called strike. Smith nips the top of the zone on the outside corner. Nice location on that pitch. It's 1-2 on Schneemann. Schneemann. Isn't this the neighbor Seinfeld hated? Hello, Schneemann. The 1-2. Fouled away. Still 1-2. You got to treat it like Steve Martin in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when he goes to the car rental lady. I want an effing car right effing now. Wipe that effing smile off your effing face. Swing and a miss. Birch Smith gets a strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Schneemann retired. Hello, Schneemann. I paid for a car that wasn't effing there. Pitch to Naylor, and that's line to second base. Caught out there by Holliday. Just off the top of the ground for out number 2. Not hit terribly hard. But it is on a line right there to Holliday, who makes the catch. All right, folks, 2 down in the 8th, so the earmuffs are going to be lifted here very shortly. We're going back to being charming, okay? This pitch is inside. Okay. David Fry at the plate. 1 for 4. His one hit, a big one. A 3-run homer back in the 3rd. The 1-0 is lifted into right and slicing out a play foul on the right-hand side there. Okay. Just get it all out right now, okay? Oh, BFH, that's why you have the earmuff 8th. Just get it out. And then, it's time to wipe that slate clean. Take this one on the chin. We got 3 games to go with this team after tonight. There's a war, and the war is win the pennant and get to the series, which is the ultimate war. These are battles right now, and you're going to lose battles along the way. We still got a good shot to win the war. Here is a called strike 3 on a breaking ball in the outside corner. Fry doesn't like it.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
All right. The earmuff 8th is over. Everyone back on their normal behavior. Mods, thank you so much for tolerating this policy that I'm not sure if you guys are happy with, because it might make your volunteer work a little more difficult. We'll talk about it in the mod chat in case there are issues, but it's an experiment for now. I do want to not keep people tight-lipped when they feel frustrated and they want to let out some frustration. We're sports fans. It's part of the game. But I hope people understand what I'm trying to do here, which is, in general, keep, a pretty civilized conversation going on. And for the most part, you guys, even with the opportunity to go crazy, didn't go crazy. We got some level-headed people here. And that's a good sign. I'm out of coffee. That's my problem. See, I would swear about how I'm out of coffee, but it's already past the earmuff 8th, so I can't. It's a good outlet when the game sucks. That's what I figured, Janet. That's the idea. It's flat like the earth. Oh, boy. Here we go. I know it's a joke. I hope it's a joke. Well, it's a joke either way, but no matter what your opinion of it is. Nick Sandlin is at the plate. On the mound. Oh, my goodness. All right, your boy's losing it. Hang in there, folks. It's the 9th inning. The Orioles are down by 7. Nick Sandlin on in relief. He's probably got one of the worst ERAs in the pen at 3.76, but he's still holding batters to an average of below 200. This Cleveland pen doesn't have too many holes in it. Ryan O'Hearn is at the plate.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
He takes off the plate outside for ball 1. Well, the only way for the Orioles to get something out of this game is if Ryan O'Hearn hits in this inning twice. That's the only way. If he comes up to hit twice in this inning, we've got a chance. If he doesn't, no chance. 0 for 3 tonight. The 1-0 from Nick Sandlin, who has a bit of a sidearm delivery there. That pitch is upstairs at 78 miles an hour. What do you call that pitch at 78? That didn't have a whole lot of movement on it. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike at 79. So this guy is a junk baller, huh? Look at this pitching stance he has. He's hunched over like my grandfather. This guy needs a cane. This one's fouled away by O'Hearn, and the count is 2-2. Yeah, Nick Sandlin Once he gets into that stretch, looks like it needs a walker with some tennis balls on the bottom. What is this? What is this pose? The 2-2 pitch is off the plate, low and away. Count is full on Ryan O'Hearn here to begin the 9th inning. One batter at a time. That's where we are right now. The full count pitch, line hard but foul off to the right. Folks, that's what I hope to provide for you here, you know? A voice for the Orioles where even when the times are bad, you know, I try to make it a little bit of fun for you while still, you know, maintaining the seriousness of the situation. I don't want to see my boys get spanked. This pitch is off the plate, folks. Guess what? Leadoff walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
That's one. 6 more base runners, and we got a chance. There's one. There's one. Folks, we have the kind of lineup to do it. We've got the kind of lineup that can do it. Bat around. We've done it before. Ryan Mountcastle at the plate. And the first pitch, what are you doing swinging at that, Mountie? Oh, my goodness, he chased a bad one. Why be so aggressive on the first pitch, buddy? We need to work counts and put the pressure on the pitcher. He's down 0-1. Mountie 0 for 3 today. This pitch is grounded foul off to the left at 81 miles an hour. This Sandlin guy, I mean, it's all about fooling batters with slow pitches and slower pitches. Here comes the 0-2. And he reaches for one in the dirt. Mountie strikes out. Man, did he look bad against Sandlin. 1 down. Man, oh man, oh man. You need an oar to get this ball. Here's Ced Mullins. 1 on, 1 out in the 9th. Catcher setting up off the plate outside, and that's where the pitch is. Want to know the count. Mullins 0 for 3. Last time up, he flew out to right field. Pitch is off the plate outside, 2-0. I don't know if I said I'm shocked that he swung at the first pitch. I'm just wish that he wouldn't have offered at it. The 2-0 pitch is fouled straight back. 2-1 the count on Mullins. I mean, some situations you just got to know to wait for. I mean, especially a pitcher like this. Obviously, this pitcher's advantage is trickery. He's a trickster. So you're going to see a lot of movement. You're going to want to take a pitch or two and see exactly what that movement is before you go swinging. 3-1 the count on Mullins. Mullins is taking pitches. He's got a 3-1 count. We could get a second walk here. See what happens when you take a pitch? The 3-1 to Ced is swung on, and that's hit to first. They go to second for 1. Back to first. Safe. Mullins beats it out, and this game is still alive, if only by a thread. 2 down in the 9th. Ced Mullins with a fielder's choice. O'Hearn eliminated off the base paths. 1 more out in the Orioles. What do you call it? In the chamber. And boy, look at this. We've got a debut. It's Eloy Jimenez. Here we go. Eloy. Righty on righty. First at bat as an Oriole. Something to look at here. A pitch. And he lays off a pitch way off the plate. Good job, Eloy. Take a pitch. Jimenez is a power bat. he can crush a baseball when he squares it up. The 1-0 pitch is again way outside, and I'm telling you, this Sandlin guy, just let him get himself into trouble. He has not been all that great. But when you see a slow pitch coming in and it starts in the zone, it gets a lot of hitters excited and you get aggressive, and that's how you strike out against a guy like this. Jimenez with a 2-0 count, the pitch. There's one slicing foul off to the right. 2 balls and 1 strike. Whoa! Baltimore football history. That's a no. And Book Doc, there's no, we gotta, folks. Jeez. I'm gonna have to put Book Doc and BFH both in a 1-minute timeout, all right? Can you please time them both out for a minute? No offense, Book Doc, but I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and say one person's right or wrong or whatever. Somebody started it or whatever, but we just can't be having this sort of back and forth, guys. All right? And I hope you come right back, Book Doc and BFH, and let's try to do better, okay? Let's not let it get that far. The 2-1 pitch to Jimenez is a called strike, and the Orioles are down to their final strike. JJ is sending in a super chat, which, unbelievable, JJ. Thank you so much. Can I talk about it here? Because we're down to our final strike. Give me a moment or 10. Swing and a miss. Jimenez strikes out, and his first AB is an Oriole, and this ball game is over. Final score, Guardians 10, Orioles 3. A lot to not be happy about. The Orioles offensively only got 5 hits. Our new starting pitcher that we got at the trade deadline did not have a good first start. The bullpen did not help either. At least Albert Suarez, 3 runs in an inning and 2/3. Jacob Webb gave up 2 runs in his 1 inning of work. There's a lot to point at here and say, damn, we stunk tonight. I can't sit here and sugarcoat anything for you guys. We're going to have to do a lot better than this. But what I do know is that we're going to have some better starters out there than Trevor Rogers. And I'm not saying Trevor Rogers is washed or he's got no chance to do something good for us down the stretch. But he already had a lot of question marks when he came in here. And in this first appearance, he hasn't really done much to put any confidence into him. He's got to have to prove it to us. I'll be having his back, but he has got a lot to prove, guys. We look at this box score one last time, and yes, the Orioles, the bottom of the order tonight, absolutely absent. Ryan O'Hearn was able to draw a walk. Otherwise, he's 0 for 3. Mountie 0 for 4. Sed 0 for 4. Arias with Jimenez pinch hitting a combined 0 for 4. So when you got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots in the order, a combined, 0 for 15? That ain't going to help. That's going to kill any rally you're trying to make. Cowser is still hot. And Tony got himself a home run again. They are carrying this team on their backs right now offensively. Gunner's doing okay at the plate as well, and he didn't make any errors in the field tonight, so if you want another positive takeaway, you got that. We didn't make an error, and Gunner didn't make any weird plays trying to throw to first base tonight. But let's take a look at tomorrow's matchup, folks. We're going to put this one behind us. Again, I'm not saying you ignore this result and act like it didn't happen, like there's no takeaways from this. Of course there's takeaways. Trevor Rogers, is he worthy of being in our rotation? I don't know. He's going to have to prove it. He'll get another start. But if his next start is like this one, you got to start asking questions. Adley Rutschman, I think, is another thing we need to talk about. I think he need to move him down in the order a little bit. Right now Cowser's hitting, Santander's hitting, Gunner's hitting, but then you got Adley right there in the middle of all that. And he's been sort of an automatic out right in between all of that production. What else to talk about? There's a lot to talk about, but let's talk about tomorrow's ball game, folks. 7:10 p.m. start time. Hey, folks, your boy gets to sleep in a half hour later tonight. I'm happy about that. By the way, the Orioles dropped down to 20 games above 500 again. The Guardians, 24 games above. So we were 1 game behind them. We now are behind again. But if we can figure out a way to pull off 3 in a row. I mean, Carlos Carrasco, folks, let's take a look at this, all right? Of the 3 remaining pitchers we have, Burns, Eflin, and Kramer. Kramer is definitely third in that ranking, but look who we have on the mound for the Guardians. It's their worst guy in their rotation. It's Carlos Carrasco. 3-9 record, 5.68 ERA. You can hit this guy. This is the one guy, every time he comes around, when his spot is up, Guardian fans, I'm sure, aren't all that excited, okay? So let's see if those bats can pick it up tomorrow against this guy. And if we can get a decent start out of Kramer and level this series, then I'm telling you right now, all the stuff people have been worried about tonight, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. Come on back out tomorrow and support this team, all right? Again, that's 7:10 p.m. Eastern first pitch. I'll be on at 7 p.m. sharp. All right, let's see. There's nothing for me to take you to in terms of colleagues' ball game here. I don't have any fans of any of these teams that are currently playing, but go Cubbies. So I'm just going to sign off, folks. Before I do that, though, it would be remiss if I didn't thank everybody in the Charm City chat, particularly my mods here. I say my, there's no ownership. The mods. You guys are fantastic at helping keeping this Charm City chat nice and charming, even when we have an earmuff 8th inning. Even when we got crazy Philly fans hanging out. Oh, no, JJ, let me go back to your super chat, my friend. I think you're mean doing. I'm doing this because I believe in you, my guy. Do not return the favor. Okay, well, if you're going to put it in all caps, then I won't give you a dime. I'm just kidding you, JJ. Oh, did you get a... Oh, well, look, here. You kind of broke even because you're a bird watcher, buddy. You got the binoculars. You're a magic member, whether you like it or not. I'm doing this to support you and you only. Aw. Only you can call an Orioles game. Only you can make the magic rain. Only you can rally Birdland like you do. Only you. Oh, 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 only you. This has been the Bird Watcher, and I'll chirp at you later.